Hey, how is it going, YouTube? It's your friend Jordan here, and first of all, let me know what you think on the new intro, because, I don't know, I like saying Jordan more than ThatRandomNoob, because it's not really my name, and it's a little more personal, but just let me know what you think. Anyways, on to the actual video. I have a story to tell, and I think this happened about a year ago, last summer, to be exact. I don't want to say it's 2 summers ago, that seems too far away. So to set the scene, I was at McDonald's with, it was me and 4 of my friends, 3 of them being black folks, and 2 of us being white folks, and, that's gonna be more important than, like, later on in the story, but just keep that in mind. There were, some black people there, and, you know, I live right outside Detroit, so people can be a little bit racist, and, yeah, just keep that in mind. So, anyways, back to the story, we were chilling outside McDonald's. This was the summer going into sophomore year. So we were like new in high school. We were freshmen the year before. And yeah, I don't know why I'm saying that. But we were chilling out McDonald's and we were sitting on like the side curb skating in the other parking lot that was kind of abandoned. And we were playing like a game of skateboarding, of course. And I said, hey, I'm going to run in to grab a tea because, you know, it just happened, by the way. Here's a little timeline reference. It just happened that McDonald's just started the dollar sweet teas or dollar large soft drinks or whatever. I don't know if they have that by you. But by me, all drinks at McDonald's are $1. And, like, that month or something, they had just started it. So I was psyched about it. I was like, yep, I got $1. I'm going in there, even though it's $1.06. That is crap. They should charge you 95 cents for the drink, and then you give them $1 even cash, because there's 6% sales tax. But anyway, that's just my idea, in case I ever run McDonald's one day. But I go in, I get my Dr. Pepper, sweet tea, whatever I got, and I come back out, and I see this cute blonde in an SUV. And so she looks at me, and being the nice, courteous young fellow I am, I wave back and say, hey. And, I don't know if, like, she gave me a weird look or something, like, I don't know, she just wasn't real nice. I got that impression, like, right away, the instant I saw her. And so, she gets into an SUV, she's pulling out. Actually, she had, like, just, if you can imagine, I'm making hand signals right now, you can't see it, but if you're pulling out of a perpendicular parking spot, you do a 90-degree turn to the right, and then you are ready to go. And so she had just done that, and she was like, her driver's seat window was facing me, and I was on the side of her. If you get the picture, if you're picking up what I'm laying down, basically. And I guess I had distracted her with my charm or something, but in the instance where I waved and she gave me a dirty look, she had forgotten to put the car into drive. So it was still in reverse. And so I don't know if she was just showing off because she had friends in the car, like, who were in the back seat, but she guns it, and it was in reverse. She thought it was in drive, so the car goes flying back, she goes flying against the steering wheel, and it was really funny, because she could barely see above the steering wheel. You know, she was, maybe a year older than me at this point, so she was maybe 16 or 17, and, she's still a new driver, and she's short and blonde, so I just realized it makes sense that she's blonde because, you know, it was in reverse and, yeah, all those blonde jokes. But, so, yeah, me and my friends start laughing. I'm walking back at this point. She almost hit me, to be honest. I was, like, walking back to my friends and I, like, heard squealing tires and I look back and there's a car coming at me. But she slammed on the brakes. She didn't get anywhere close to hitting me. But we bust out laughing, right? Because that was really funny. And she gets mad and starts yelling out the car, something, I don't even remember. But anyway, the way that the McDonald's is, she did a loop around the McDonald's and came back, and this time she actually did try to hit us. The way it worked out, like, we were on the side, kind of curb, sitting down, and we were facing the parking lot. So she kind of pulled into a space and kind of crept up, pretending like she was going to hit us to scare us or something. And this whole time yelling and cussing at us. And we didn't move at all, and we just kept laughing. And so that pissed her off even more. And like, I I forget. My friend said something to her, and that made her go off. Like, she got out of the car with her, like, two fat friends in the back, and, it actually might have been, one fat friend in the passenger seat, and then one in the back, because I don't know if both of them could have fit in the back. They were kind of large. But they, like, waddle out of the car and start yelling at us, and one of them shouts, this is what I remember, this was funny, like, they're yelling insults, one shouts, she's like, yeah, go back to Detroit where you came from, and then I look like they were pissed, my friends were pissed at this point, and I look at, one of my friends who actually used to live in Detroit, and he's like, man, all jokes aside, that hurt, man, and, he was just joking, but that's how I remember it, basically, and, so they leave, they're like, yeah, I bet you won't say it to our boyfriends, and we're like, oh, maybe we should leave, but we were skating, and we didn't feel like leaving, and we weren't that scared, and, but, you know, in, like, high school, guys date younger girls, and they were, like, maybe a year older than us, or a year or two, I forget what I said, and, so that means the boyfriend might be, like, a senior, and we were just coming out of being freshmen, so that wouldn't have been good. But we continued to skate, and, like, 10 minutes later, we see a car pull around the corner, and it's the same kind of light blue SUV, and, they pull into this time the parking lot we're skating in, not the McDonald's, if I remember correctly, and, we hear the driver shouting all kinds of profanity at us. And, I like how I make it elegant. All kinds of profanity. She was shouting, I think, pretty racist stuff, but I'm gonna make it elegant and call it profanity, because that's a pretty cool word. And, I'm getting off topic. But, we hear her shouting, yeah, I bet you won't say it to my boyfriend. And, then this fat girl waddles out. She's like, yeah, say it to them. And she, like, points back. And, we're like, oh, shoot, like, who's in the car? Because, I was with, like, some pretty big guys. And she wasn't intimidated at all. Like, I'm not that strong of a person, but my friends were pretty strong. And, we're like, oh, shoot, who's in there? And, we just hear a car, or, a voice from the back seat of the car. And he was like, hey, you can slap that stupid bitch if you want. And I wish, like, I was a ventriloquist. I could throw my voice and it would make this commentary much more epic. But if you get the idea, he shouted from the car. And then we just bust out laughing, and she got really pissed. It was her boyfriend or something. One of them was boyfriend. And so two guys get out of the car, and they look like they're maybe juniors or seniors in high school, which, I know that term isn't international. Basically, freshman is first year, so 9th grade, sophomore, 10th grade, junior, 11th, and senior, 12th. Because I just thought of that. You guys might be confused if you're not living in America. What was I saying? So they were like, so they come out, and this dude's got like a really long necklace. I remember it, like, he had a really long necklace on. Like, it went down to, like, almost to his knees. I was like, holy crap, that's badass. It was sweet, though. So he gets out, he's like, hey, where are you guys from? Like, what school? They're like, oh, you're skating. Like, I guess we showed him some tricks or something. And, he's like, seriously, though, like, they said you called them cunts or something, and in, like, America, that's a really bad word. Like, I felt dirty even saying it just now. Like, that's a bad word. Nobody says it. I know in, like, Australia, people call their friends that, and I don't even want to repeat it now. But, like, in America, you don't call girls that. And, so we're like, no, we didn't say that. We did call them some other stuff, but not that. And so they're like, oh, that's cool then. Like, listen, they're pretty stupid. Just don't listen to whatever they said. We're like, yeah, we're not planning on it. So then these girls listening the whole time, because the dudes were really cool. They were really chill, but the girls were just all pissy and whatnot. And, so the girls get mad, and the one blonde driver, like, steps on it, and she's like, fine, I guess I'll leave you back here with your new friends. And then she tries to get out of the parking lot, but the window was down, so both the guys had to run and jump into the car, movie style. and they kind of like rolled into the window of the car. Like they jumped through the window and kind of rolled in. It was pretty sweet, and then they went off and we never saw them again. I'm sorry, that was kind of anticlimactic at the end. It was just like, yeah, we never saw them again. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the story. That took way longer than I thought. Man, it's going on 10 minutes. If you guys enjoyed, wanted to hear more like it, leave a rating, I guess, subscribe. Yeah, that too, and comment. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I guess that's about it. Love you guys. Goodbye.